back down the street like it owed me money. Hood up, hands in pockets, trying not to look up. Your place still leans toward the weather like it's listening, and the gutter's got a beat, drop, drop. Peaches off the neighbor's tree, splitting on the sidewalk. Sweet rot in the air, wasps doing loops. I laughed at how the season doesn't wait for anybody. Then I saw your gate and I lost my cool. It's been a long, long minute, Elaine. I don't even know what name you used. I came with nothing but my sorry timing and a coat that's leaking through. Lane, I'm standing where the apples hit on the porch that never learned my shoes. Everything we planted grew without us. Some of it turned hard, some of it bruised. I didn't think I'd come back here, not in a season like this. But the year keeps dropping what it can't hold, and I'm one more thing it missed. The rose bush by the wall is all chewed up at the bottom, like something small and stubborn worked it loose. The path is slick with leaves that can't decide to leave, stuck to the stone like old news. I used to knock like I belonged to the place. Now I'm measuring silence by the rain. If you're behind that door, I won't make you forgive me. I just needed you to hear my name. It's been a long, long minute, Elaine. I know I'm late in every way. I thought I'd never cross this yard again. Then the sky got heavy and I came. Elaine, I'm standing where the apples hit on the porch that never learned my shoes. Everything we planted grew without us. Some of it turned hard, some of it bruised. I didn't think I'd come back here, not in a season like this. But the year keeps dropping what it can't hold, and I'm one more thing it missed. If you moved on, say it plain. Don't dress it up for my peace. If you stay, tell me what survived. Tell me what you had to leave. I've been riding luck like a borrowed bike, chains slipping, knees all scraped. Funny how the brave ones run for miles, then come home shaking at the gate. Elaine, I'm standing where the apples hit with the rain, writing lines on the steps. I can't unspoil what I let go of, can't rewind what I never kept. I didn't think I'd come back here, not when the garden looks like this. But the year keeps dropping what it can't hold, and I'm one more thing it missed. Overripe and falling, that's how time tells the truth.
Before you sign your name to the ground,
Spend your best attention on this place like rent. Pay it on time, still the roof leaks when it wants. You call it home, you call it meant, but it's a landlord with a smile and a month to month. You hold your phone up at the ocean, swear it's holy. Say the clouds know you, say the street lights blink back. But tell me, lover, be honest slowly. Has the world ever loved you like that? Friends can flake, sure, lovers can fold, but this planet's colder than the stories we're sold. Don't confuse her for loyal. She don't get jealous, she don't get kind. She'll spin through your birthdays like they're nothing at all. Keep her green, keep her blue, keep her schedule on time. And when you're gone, there won't be a headline in the sky. No alarm, no flare, just the normal sunrise. So put your fire somewhere it can stay. Give your fever to something that won't walk away. Who kissed a summer like it owed him. Ran shirtless loud, thought age was just a rumor. Swore the sea was his witness, said it knows me. Then time showed up like a quiet commuter. Now his hands shake, pouring coffee in the morning. Old photos look like someone he used to meet. And the world keeps making April without warning, like his name never lived on any street. In her corner, that's their deal. She stays young while he takes what you feel. Don't confuse her for loyal. She don't get jealous, she don't get kind. She'll spin through your birthdays like they're nothing at all. Keep her green, keep her blue, keep her schedule on time. And when you're gone, there won't be a headline in the sky. No alarm, no flare, just the normal sunrise. So put your fire somewhere it can stay. Give your fever to something that won't walk away. One day your mouth will miss a note and let it crack. One day the stairs will ask for more than you can give. One day the calendar won't call you back, and the garden will still decide to live. No red mark on the horizon, no bright scratch across the moon. No stars changing their opinions, no blood on the moon. Just traffic, just rain, just a kid learning a song. Just the world being the world, moving on. Don't confuse her for loyal lover, sure, just know what she is. A beautiful system that doesn't stop for anybody. Not for your grin, not for your fists. And when you go, it won't look like a tragedy in the clouds. It'll look like Thursday, it'll look like a crowd. So put your fire somewhere it can stay. Hold your people like it matters today. Fair warning, the earth doesn't grieve. We do. Ooh, kneel down, kneel down. Ooh, hold still, hold still. Sunday air tastes like coins and old wood. Incense caught in the back of your throat. Your shoes too clean for the floor you came from. Hands folded tight like you're trying not to show. Two small bodies and pressed up collars. Brownies on a borrowed prayer. Stained glass paints you in borrowed colors, like it's possible to be safe in there. And the statue's looking past us like it already knows your name, like it's seen this scene in every city. Just the faces change and it's fitting you're here, boys. Not because you did something wrong, but because the world loves a sacrifice, and it's been practicing all along. They'll call you trouble before you speak. They'll make you prove you belong, and they'll trade your childhood for a headline, like it's nothing to keep and easy to pawn. Outside, your mother's lipstick on a coffee lid, counting tips and missed calls in her head. Inside, the choir climbs up on the organ, soft as a promise the rent won't take. Instead, you stare up at the nailed up body, not old enough to know what it means, but you recognize that kind of silence, the kind that follows you through your teens. When someone smiles too wide in the doorway, when a teacher says not you, not today, when a clerk keeps a hand on the counter like you might take the change and run away. It's fitting you're here, boys, not because you asked for a cross, but because they hand them out like uniforms and then charge you for the cost. A kiss that tastes like pity on your cheek, a friend who swears he never saw, and you'll learn how denial sounds in daylight when it comes from someone you thought was yours. Garden behind the gym after practice, sirens threading through the trees. A flashlight finds your face in pieces, hands where I can see. And you'll swallow your anger like medicine, 'cause you've watched what happens when you don't. You'll learn to speak in careful sentences. You'll learn to laugh when you're the joke. They'll spit out words like they're harmless. They'll swear it's just the way things are. They'll pin you between two stories and bet on which one goes too far. Back in the pew, the candle flickers, wax running down like a slow bruise. The priest says, peace be with you, and you look around for who gets to choose. You watch the rich kids' families rise, first smooth hands, clean records, soft eyes, and you wonder if heaven has an entrance or if it's just another line. It's fitting you're here, boys, with your steady watching gaze, not because pain makes you holy, but because you're still here anyway. They'll nail your name to every rumor, they'll roll their dice and look away, and you'll carry a world on your shoulders that never once asked if you could stay. Ooh, kneel down, kneel down. Ooh, get up, it doesn't end it. It only sends you back out. Once the magnolia finally opens up, it's not all postcards and porch swings. Petals let go like tired paper cups, brown on the curb where the gutter sings. They land in their own soft collapse, and shoes smear them into a map. A little track of living turned over, like the city always needs proof it was here. Tomorrow brings rain like a worker on shift, washing the block like it never happened. I watch from the steps, holding my breath like I'm waiting to be forgiven for looking. Hose it down, turn the sweet into something that's gone. Let the water take the stain from the concrete, like an annual wrong we keep moving on from. And I tell myself it's only a cycle, not a loss that needs a name, but the street keeps what it remembers, even after the rinse comes through. There's a sparrow-shaped stillness by the oak, small enough to miss if you're late for church. No one stops, no one wants that kind of note, tucked into their morning. Up in the tower, the bell stays quiet, and high above that, the hunter circles a clean, sharp eye against the sky, like mercy isn't part of nature's work. I think about how beauty arrives, then leaves like it paid in full. We call it spring like it explains anything, like the word can carry what we want. Hose it down, turn the sweet into something that's gone. Let the water take the stain from the concrete, like an annual wrong we keep moving on from. And I tell myself it's only a cycle, not a loss that needs a name, but the street keeps what it remembers, even after the rinse comes through. Don't buy the story that it's sacrificed, that something has to bleed for the season to change. I don't want a God that's drunk on devotion, counting our quiet damage as praise. If hope is a thing, it's practical, a hand on a valve, a rinse that doesn't erase, just makes room to keep walking. By afternoon, the block looks new again, but the air still tastes like snap stems. I step around the clean places carefully, like there's still a shape on the ground. And I wonder if the lesson is simple, more isn't promised, more isn't owed. So when the tree gives everything at once, what are we saving our attention for? Hose it down, let the water run honest and long. Let it carry what we can't carry, let it prove we can start where we're standing. And I tell myself it's only a cycle, but I feel it cut the same. Beauty leaves its footprint in passing, then dares us to ask for more. Once the magnolia and the street, then the rain. She walks like she's late for a different life. Coffee gone cold in a paper cup. No headlines stick, no small talk bites. Nothing can call her bluff. A practice grin, a tidy code, a calm that doesn't bend. Like she's watching everything happen to somebody else again. And you could swear there's nothing under it, just clean, polite, composed. But still the air around her says there's something she won't show. She's got a face that never gives it away. She laughs at the right parts, she turns the right page. But I've seen the crack when the room shifts shape, when a name hits wrong and the color drains. She gathers herself like fallen hair, pins it back, pretends she's fine, and the world keeps moving, unaware how fast she learned to hide. I saw her near the crosswalk lights, standing out of the rain. A kid in a stroller rolled right by, the mother humming through the strain. Her eyes went soft for half a beat, like she forgot her role. Like something reached up from the street and grabbed her by the throat. Then the signal changed, she swallowed hard and set her shoulders straight, as if she could erase the moment by walking at a different pace. She's got a face that never gives it away. She laughs at the right parts, she turns the right page. But I've seen the crack when the room shifts shape, when a name hits wrong and the color drains. She gathers herself like fallen hair, pins it back, pretends she's fine, and the world keeps moving, unaware how fast she learned to hide her in a corner booth. Someone said his name like it was nothing, just a story, just a detail, just a word they kept on tossing. But it landed like a glass on tile, sharp, too loud to ignore. Her hand froze midair above the table, like she couldn't do it anymore. For a second she was barefaced, no jokes, no careful lines. All that wanting, all that damage lit up behind her eyes. I looked away, not out of mercy, more like fear that if I stared another moment I'd see my own life there. She's got a face that never gives it away. She smiles like a lock, like a habit, like faith. But I've seen the crack when the room shifts shape, when a name hits wrong and the color drains. She gathers herself like fallen hair, pins it back, pretends she's fine, and the world keeps moving, unaware how fast she learned to hide. And she steps back into the crowd where nobody asks why. Found you off the highway, no plaque, no story, just still. Somebody once cut my face into a promise, put my chin up like I knew what I was for. Now the name they gave me won't stay in my mouth. It fell out years ago in a storm. I don't hold the thought the way you mean it. I hold heat, I hold the cold. I hold the long patience of the mornings and the way water finds every hole. Sun on my shoulders, heavy and plain. Wind combing grit through what they called my hair. If you listen close, it's not silence, it's pressure moving everywhere. I'm not who they pray to, I'm what the weather made. A post for the seasons to lean on, a body that time can't persuade. I don't need a story to keep me alive, I don't need a reason to stay. Let the years write their fingerprints on me. I'm here either way. At night the moon lays change across my ankles. Cool coins on a warmed up back, silver in the cracks and seams, like someone tried to take me back. Inside me there's a slow, loud kind of space, not empty, busy pack. You can fit a whole universe in a pocket if the pocket doesn't fight it back. Volume, distance, call it you want, it passes through like a chord you can't unhear. Like a swallow of happiness in your throat, sweet enough to make you fear. I'm not who they pray to, I'm what the weather made. A post for the seasons to lean on, a body that time can't persuade. I don't need a story to keep me alive, I don't need a reason to stay. Let the years write their fingerprints on me. I'm here either way. In the city they stack the air in rectangles and sell you back your minutes one by one. Space turns into vacancy, time turns into a siren you can't outrun. But out here, rain has a slow handwriting, wind brings sand like a soft file. Everything you try to carry low on gets carried for you after a while. Since I became this weight and surface, I don't remember like you do. Everything I was is held by everything. The like in the end's the passing view. My edges aren't sharp anymore, I'm less statue, more ground. I'm a place the world keeps entering and leaving without a sound. I'm not who they pray to, I'm what the weather made. No longer a thread, no longer a lesson, just matter that learned how to fade. If you need a name, you can keep it. If you need a God, you can pray me. I'm finished with being important, I'm here either way. What was I supposed to be? Does it matter now? Mama's curling iron hissing in the bathroom. Somebody praying loud like it's a fight. Been been awake since the sirens quit, since the phone call cut the air in two. I keep hearing the same small sentence, like a child would do. Dress on the bed like a dare, wrinkles I can't iron out, hair color bleeding in the sink, trying to look like I'm not falling down. My brother's knocking, you okay? I say yeah, like I mean it, but my knees keep making promises my body can't keep. They say get up, we're running late, like time won't notice what it did. And I'm still asking God in a whisper why he took my dad from me. I'm not even at the funeral, I'm stuck on the floor of my own house. Makeup caked like a mask I can't take off, mouth full of his name, no sound. They'll file past the open casket, say the right words, fold their hands, but I'm not even at the funeral. I'm somewhere I can't stand. Auntie in the mirror rehearsing her strong woman face for the crowd, steam rising off her pressed black dress like she's burning out. She keeps saying he loved me best, saying it's sharp like proof. Grief turns people into performers when the room needs truth. Cousins in the hallway filming like it's news they can't replay, and mama's voice goes cold and clean. Joey leave and then she stays. She freezes at the door frame, like her mind slipped out the back. Then she remembers all at once, no coming home from that. I'm not even at the funeral, I'm stuck on the floor of my own house. Makeup caked like a mask I can't take off, mouth full of his name, no sound. They'll file past the open casket, say the right words, fold their hands, but I'm not even at the funeral. I'm somewhere I can't stand. Somebody tries to lift me up, their hands smell like cologne and fear. I hear leave her, we gotta go, like love is measured by appearing. Down the street, the church bells start, and I can't move when they do. If grief is a room with locked doors, I keep picking the one that leads to you. I'm not even at the funeral, I'm stuck on the floor of my own house. All this powder on the pews won't help when I can't breathe it out. Let them argue over who loved you, let them call it closure plans, but I'm not even at the funeral. I'm learning how to stand. God, why daddy gone? Coffee too hot, air too cold. We walked in like we paid for the sky, but it's just a luck into morning peel paint. Lemon cleaner, I'm in slides, you in yesterday, and the room key still smells like somebody else's hands. They do that thing with their eyes, not loud, not brave, just enough to make your shoulders remember. The fridge door sweats behind glass, milk cartons turned away like they don't wanna be seen with us. Lucky Charms and squeaky bowls, plastic spoons that bend before the truth does us. We stand in line like a small truce, and who's talking at us from the corner of the ceiling? I don't even catch the story, I just watch it fall out the other side of the room. Continental breakfast, continental stairs. We laugh quiet so it doesn't start a scene. Sugar dust on your fingertips, I wipe it off like I'm fixing something I can't fix. We don't say much, just stay close enough. To be a country. When there's nothing to do, we start making tools out of what we got. My do-rag around the cup so my palm don't blister. Your bonnet pulled over the lamp like not today. You tell me you wanna smoke, so we find that little courtyard with the fake pond and the benches. Cigarette and stuck in the cracks like sad little bouquets nobody asked for. I say I'm tired of packing fire into the same old suitcase. You say leave it, but we both know it follows us like a receipt. Sometimes you forget what I said and I hate it, then I love it, 'cause I get to hand it to you again like a warm thing. Continental breakfast, continental stairs. We laugh quiet so it doesn't start a scene. Sugar dust on your fingertips, I wipe it off like I'm fixing something I can't fix. We don't say much, just stay close enough. To be a country. What was that line you threw when we fought over nothing specific? Something about always and never, something that sounded like a door locking. Now we're in the lobby, TV still selling fear, and the carpet got that tired swirl pattern like it's trying to hypnotize us into being easy. You look at me like you got a joke, like you're gonna break the spell. I brace for it, that pun about crackers, that grin that says we made it through the night. 2 plates, 1 waffle cut in half. No plans, just us being seen. Continental breakfast, continental stairs. We laugh louder now, let it ring. If they wanna read our faces, let them learn the whole damn language. Sugar dust on your fingertips, I kiss it off like it's holy and ordinary. We don't say much, but we stay close enough to be a country. Coffee too hot, air too cold. We tip the cups and keep moving. I swear I heard it again. A ship out there calling like it knows my name. A voice from the deck cut the salt air clean, like it had paperwork on me, like it had receipts. I was fruit left out, sweet turned sharp on the counter. A old trinket doll from too many moves. It said, listen different. So I did, and a car, two crows talking over each other like they were both right. That new tongue whistled through my life. Off key, no map, no lesson plan. I let it scream in the weeds behind the house. Let it go feral, now it comes back fast, small and straight as a dare. I've been stayed, don't come looking for me. Stay by a blank spot in my head. Stay by a sudden body rule. Stay by a mother bird with her mouth full, feeding me until I'm quiet. Is there a hunger as wide as mine? I keep taking it in, I keep taking it in. I hit my 30th spinner around the sun, and I want simple things that don't apologize. Sticky melon on my fingers, dirt under my nails, the flat of a spade pressed into my back like a hand saying, keep going. I wanna stop baiting the braid of duty. Stop making promises that itch. I took too long to learn what the call was asking. Too long pretending I couldn't hear. Now I'm counting what I owe, with my teeth clenched, with the window open. I've been stayed, don't come looking for me. Stay by a blank spot in my head. Stay by a sudden body rule. Stay by a mother bird with her mouth full, feeding me until I'm quiet. Is there a hunger as wide as mine? I keep taking it in, I keep taking it in. I can't make sound smart, for reasons that look like nothing from the street. I regret to inform you, yet formal like that I'm leaving. Not tonight, not in flames, just slipping my key under the mat of the life they kept assigning me. No more gears, no more little pills of should, no more calendars that bite. I've been stayed, but I'm not stuck. I'm learning the difference. Stay by a tender kind of amnesia. Stay by the urgent truth of my own skin. Stay by the mouth of the world saying, eat. Is there a hunger as wide as mine? Watch me turn it into vows. Watch me turn it into vows. What I love is a heaven that argues with me, and I'm going back anyway. Faithful like a wife, not because I'm fooled, because I chose it. Names on a time card, names on a stone. Same ink, different code. They learn the punch clock like a prayer. Hands clean, back bent, eyes down. No sick days unless the boss said fair. No loud voice in a loud town. Coffee went cold in a paper cup. Lunch was a bruise and cheap bread. 10 days a week just to keep up, paid for 5, still thanked. And if you asked for the front door, they'd point you to the side. If you asked what you're worth, they'd say I'm fine. They worked in the city, kept score, and late fees and rent and a number to play. They worked till their hands weren't theirs anymore. Then the train took them out where the grass stays cut and quiet, and the flowers don't stay. One kept a ticket folded in his wallet like it was proof that luck could learn his name. Miguel watched the mailbox like a camera, waiting for a check that never came the same. My Milagros counted plates and school forms, 10 kids, 10 coats, 10 sets of shoes. All good time for life and small promotions, $5 more, still nothing to lose. Manuel smiled at his supervisor's jokes, then pictured the chair when the man was gone. He didn't want revenge, just air in his lungs and a chance to be called moving on. They said be grateful you're employed, like that was a home. They learned to swallow every word till swallowing was all they owned. They worked in the city, kept score, and late fees and rent and a number to play. They worked till their hands weren't theirs anymore. Then the train took them out where the grass stays cut and quiet, and the flowers don't stay. Yesterday, today, tomorrow on repeat. A family bill passed down like a hand-me-down sheet. Some nights America kicked the door in, shouting, look, look, your ticket won. Then morning came with the same old sirens, same old staircase, same old sun. The bodega sold them steak that light, rice and beans behind locked glass. And the TV taught their kids to want a block that wouldn't want them back. Queens on the screen, clean lawns, clean tea, the perfect house with a rulebook smile. First ones on the block, they'd say, as if distance could change their file. There's a woman on the avenue, cards on a folding table, plastic cover. She'll tell you the dead still talk. For a fee you can almost suffer. Tell me the number, you beg the air. Tell me the one that splits the chain. I'll visit every holiday. I'll stop cursing my own last name. Rise, table, rise, but nothing rises here. Just another paycheck story ending in a box of borrowed gear. They fought each other over broken things, a used car that starts, a color TV glow, $5 more on the same long shift, a lucky hit on a numbers row. Meanwhile the bosses learn their faces like fixtures, quiet, replaceable. Assistant to the assistant to the assistant, smiling like it's non-negotiable. And the policy was written plain, don't promote the ones who scrub the floors. Teach them how are you in perfect sound, so they forget what Spanish is for. They worked in the city, kept score, and late fees and rent and a number to play. They worked till their hands weren't theirs anymore. Now the train takes them out where the grass stays cut and quiet, and the flowers don't stay. But listen, Puerto Rico is a beautiful place, and we are not a mistake. Turn off the set, open the window, learn your own voice again. Here we say it straight, aquí se habla español. No apology, no bending. Call me negrito and mean love.
Lights out, eyes up. Keep your hands where the armrests conceal. Welcome in, it's a special feature from a box that's been under the counter for years. Frames all scratched like a bad confession. No sponsor logos, no credits, no cheers. House rules posted in tiny letters. Chew it fast or hide it under your seat. Leave the greasy bags by the doorway like you never needed to eat. Doors latch quiet like they mean it. Program says enjoy the show. Then the print gets blunt and simple. There's nowhere to go. No exits. Don't look, they aren't there. No hallway, no backdoor air. If you're waiting on a rescue scene, you're gonna wait past the final screen. No exits, just rows and rows, and a reel that only knows how to roll straight through until it lands on you. Don't expect a brave speech or a human voice to tell you what it meant. We swapped the dialogue for the real stuff. Pig squeal, feedback, and muzzle flash percussion. A slogan sound like a door that won't open. A hard little click where the candy used to fall. Like the building's hungry and broke at the same time. Like you're watching yourself from the back of the hall. No guards to pay off with a smile. No bathroom window trim. Just the projector breathing and that mechanical text. No exits, don't look, they aren't there. No hallway, no backdoor air. If you're waiting on a rescue scene, you're gonna wait past the final screen. No exits, just rows and rows, and a reel that only knows how to roll straight through until it lands on you. Turn your phone face down, don't make it a witness. Tell the operator you saw his union badge. Ask him if he ever gets tired of pressing play on the same old damage. Sit forward, not because it's polite, because it's coming for your name. That grainy family footage, that hand-me-down fear that this is how it is, you'd year after year. And if there's an ending, it won't come from the screen. It'll come from your hands, shaking the seed loose. No exits, still here we are, learning what the rules are. They can lock the doors, kill the sound, but they can't decide how you calm down. No exits, so make it true. If the last cut is up to you, lean in, don't flinch. Write your own finish. The doors remain closed. Thank you for attending. Please take your inheritance on the way out.
place. No code, no friends, just shaking fate. Street rain still in your hair, like melted gold caught in the air. You dropped down hard on cold stone, said don't let me go home alone. And time kept moving like a train while you kept saying my name. You asked me for a clean slate, like I had one to give. I watched your mouth form please again and forgot how to live. I can't sign off on your forgiveness with my hands tied to my skin. You think I'm crying for your suffering, but it's what I'm letting in. So if you're waiting for a holy word, I'm not the one who can. I'm just a broken man in a quiet room, trying not to understand. Like something small, like if you squeezed I wouldn't fall. Your fingers pale, your palm so warm, a paper bird in a storm. You said tell God I'm trying now, tell him I can't breathe somehow. Your voice was smoke, your knees were red, and every second fled. You looked up like I was the door between you and the end. I can't sign off on your forgiveness with my hands tied to my skin. You think I'm crying for your suffering, but it's what I'm letting in. So if you're waiting for a holy word, I'm not the one who can. I'm just a broken man in a quiet room, trying not to understand. There's a cross on the wall, cheap wood, and the paint is starting to peel. There's a hymn in the air, half remembered, and none of it feels real. You leaned in close like a secret, like mercy was something you could take. And I hated myself for the way I stayed, for the way my resolve could break. You whispered, say it, say I'm safe, say my body won't be my grave. I saw the rise of your chest so white, like bone under borrowed light, and my mouth went dry, my prayer fell through. I couldn't reach past wanting you. Outside the bells kept keeping time while I committed my crime. I can't sign off